Hi guys, this is Kekasha and this is gonna be my first long video. So let me introduce you to Dwija Patel. She is pursuing right now BTech in CS from IIT Bombay and she holds an AIR of 7 in IIT JEE Advanced 2024. So Dwija, what were your marks in IIT JEE Advanced?
In advance, my total marks were 332 and I don't quite remember the segregation, but I think it was 117 marks in physics, 110 marks in chemistry and 105 marks in maths.
Okay, so this was your advanced thing. And what was your rank in mains?
In mains, I think it was 58.
Okay. So could you tell me what was the time you thought that you have to prepare for IIT Bombay, and then could you briefly elaborate on the journey that you took from there till IIT Bombay?
Like initially at the end of 10th grade, I wanted to go out only, like abroad, but then my father was like, you should do this, and then I was like, okay, I'll do it. So at the end of 10th, like ICSE boards in like when I was in 10th, they were very late. After that, I took admission in in my coaching institute, and then like I started in June, and then there were many ups and downs, but then like I reached here.
So you took a coaching for class 11 and 12.
Yeah, for 11th and
So your schooling was regular or did you took a dummy?
Dummy.
Dummy. Okay. Tell me, what is your favorite subject among all the three?
Maths.
Okay. And what was the toughest for you?
Toughest, I'd say like chemistry, because it has a lot of stuff to remember.
Yeah, it's always exceptions in chemistry.
Yeah, way too many exceptions.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question. There are people who says that they want to go for coaching centers, but they could not afford. It is because expensive and maybe in different cities or something. So do you feel that the online coaching centers are a good option for that?
See, it depends on you whether you can study online or not. Personally, I cannot study online because like I need people to socialize with, to people to discuss with, and I need like as a live interactions. Okay. And if I do something online, then I'm most likely to stop it midway because there's not that much supervision. Right. In like offline coaching, the teachers will tell you to do stuff, and you'll kind of be thoda scared. Okay, what if you don't attempt whatever questions or homework they have given? But if you prefer, like if you are fine with online coaching, if that helps you, then that is also a good way.
Okay.
So guys, as the offline coaching centers are more preferred, so I'll suggest you guys to go to the nearest PW विद्यापीठ because already वहाँ पे अभी early bird 30% discount चल रहा है and आप मेरा coupon code use करके additional discount avail कर सकते हो. So hurry up because these offers are only for limited time.
Leave coaching centers. There are still people that who are not able to bear the cost of even the online coaching centers. So do you think like via self-study and via like going regular to the classes like in the schools and all, they can still crack the IIT exam?
See, schools normally don't teach that like teach as much what is required for JEE Advanced. Mains you can easily pass, I think, with whatever you learn in school. But if you wanna get good marks in advance, then you'll need to do extra stuff. Like you'll probably need to watch a few videos on YouTube and attempt more difficult questions so that you know concepts. And like many schools don't even have teachers who can solve your doubts which are related to advanced.
Exactly.
So like you'll need to just find different resources and answers from online websites and stuff.
During the time of your preparation, since you took a dummy school, what was your mostly the schedule, like daily schedule that you were following?
Like my coaching hours were 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock to 2:30. Then I'd come back and then I'd sleep for like 1 hour or 1.5 hours. Then I'd sit to study, and then like I'll take small breaks in the middle, like for dinner or for snacks, 15-20 minutes, वैसे. And then I'll study till like 12-1, depends on how much workload I have.
Okay, so apart from coaching hours, how much time did you spend in self study?
Like approximately 6 to 7 hours. Yeah.
Okay. Mostly there are people who find difficulty in attempting the questions of mathematics. So it's like, what would you suggest for them? Like, how can they overcome? Because it's like obviously it is time taking. Yeah. It takes a lot of time in comparison to the chemistry and physics, I guess. Yeah. So what is that one suggestion that you would like to tell them?
Like for maths, one thing is that you need to practice more and more questions so that you so that things start striking to you when you see a particular kind of question. Like sometimes it's very non-trivial. The solutions are very non-trivial. You'll only know the solution if you attempted a particular question like that before. Then you'll directly get the solution, and it will be like one-liner. But if you go through another method, because you haven't attempted that question before, then it will take a very long time to solve that. So the key is to solve more and more questions, and to solve more and more like difficult questions, not the easy ones, because easy ones are fine. But when you start getting more exposure to different types of questions, then your thinking like it becomes better, and then you are able to solve problems.
Okay. So it might be like that you suppose you are going to the coaching center today, whatever topics they are teaching you in that day. So did you set a like goal or target for you for each day that you have to complete that particular topic that they taught you in that particular day?
Basically, like our teachers used to give a lot of homework, so I'd finish my homework first, and then if there's time left, I'll revise what they've taught. Like you should revise every day, and I used to revise every day. Like half an hour, you'll just go through the pages what they've taught, and then just complete my homework. I'll try to complete everything that they've given and revise everything. But if like then you shouldn't stress more. Okay, so much is left. If sometimes you are like sometimes something is left, then I guess that works.
So how often did you have the mock tests in your coaching center?
Like initially in 11th grade, I think we used to have once every 2 weeks, like 3 times every month, or once every 2 weeks, depends. And then at the end, after everything was done, we used to have very frequent tests. Like when the syllabus was about to get over, I think we had a weekly, and then after that, we used to have 2-3 tests in a week minimum. Like they'll conduct those, and then if you want to go and give, then you give. But it's better to go and give because it gives you like a timed practice which you won't get at home.
Okay, so technically you mean that mock tests obviously they are very important.
Yeah, they're very important.
Okay, and previous year question papers.
They are also very important. Like mains ke liye, that is very important. We used to do all the previous year questions till like 2022 from home, like timed, and then all 2023 ka papers we gave in the coaching timed. Like basically, if there's shift wise only, we give full papers, like how we would have been giving those papers if we were a 2023 batch.
Okay, so that means from the 11th standard itself, you were giving the mock test regularly and also solving the previous year papers.
No, in 11th standard, I don't think I've solved those many previous year questions, but we solved pre-YQs at the end, like after our syllabus was over. 12th end.
12th. So there is a very important question that comes that people get distracted very easily. So this is the era of social media. So people go to like they start using the phone or they start watching some lectures and somehow they are just shifted to the social media, Instagram, YouTube, whatever portal. So were you there on any social media apps when you were preparing?
Like I did have accounts. I was on WhatsApp because that is like necessary for communication. And I had other accounts, but I did not use them that frequently because I did not have my own phone. I had my mother's phone, so like usually I wouldn't have the phone. So I wouldn't get that distracted. So,
Because there is a notion that people say that if you have to prepare for something, you have to leave every single thing and just be focused on that.
Like that is true, but then you also need breaks from that. Sometimes you will be bored, or sometimes you will just be demotivated or something. Then you'll need a break from that, and you'll need to talk to your friends and like be connected to reality. Sometimes if you keep on focusing on something, then you get lost in that, and then there's no way out.
Obviously, like you can take a buffer time of 15-20 minutes if you want each day for social media.
I think
you can just be in touch and then get back to your studies.
Or like not social media particularly, but anything else like music or whatever you like. You can just
People these days who are in 6th standard, 7th standard, everybody is on Instagram or everywhere. It's like so. Obviously, there might be days where you would be feeling not so happy about how the things are going, or you would be feeling demotivated, maybe because of the mock tests or maybe because of the other things. So what you did to cope up with that?
That only. I used to talk to my friends, my family, all of them. I'll just go and talk to them and spend time with them, and then I'll feel refreshed, or I'll like go on Instagram, watch some reels for some time. It's like you should not be addicted to those.
Like maybe you can take a day break off if you feel, or days or more, or a day is more.
No, day is fine. Like I know people who have taken day breaks, more than day breaks, and they're still doing very nice. Like they've gotten into very good IITs.
Okay, that's nice. So apart from the coaching centers, like the materials they were giving you for studies, Are there any reference book that you must have followed?
Yeah, like our teachers only used to suggest us reference books, like one for physics. I did H.C. Verma's first
Yeah.
book, yeah, because that's very standard.
Yes.
And then we used to do selected questions from Erodo, because like all questions in Erodo are not relevant to JEE.
Right.
Then for chemistry, for physical chemistry, we used to do
Neeraj Kumar. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
And then for organic chemistry, we used to do Himanshu Pandey. And for maths, we did Vikas Gupta, like Black Book.
Yeah.
And for calculus, specifically for calculus, we did Sameer Bansal.
Okay. How did you manage your sleep cycle throughout all this?
Well, at that, see, I used to sleep in the afternoon 1 or 2 hours, and at night I'd have like 6.5 or 7 hours of sleep. So that works. Like, I'm fine with that much sleep. It depends on you also. See, I know people who survive with 5 hours of sleep, but they'll still be just as active as me because they don't require that much sleep. But like, you definitely require 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but they still survive on 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, it is not like that if you will sleep for 7-8 hours and you cannot make. People say that only 5 hours sleep.
No,
because
no.
There are very much notions that goes on around that. No, you should just take 4-5 hours sleep, study more, wake up early. This is a kind of a thing that is there.
It depends on you.
Yeah.
If you can read early in the morning, then you should wake up early. But I was more of a night person, so I'd study till late. And the other thing is, when you're sleepy, you can't study properly. Your focus will, like, your eyes will keep on closing. I've slept many times while reading.
Yeah.
And then my mom will come and she won't wake me up because she knows
That
if
you need,
I need sleep. So
yeah.
she won't wake me.
Like one person's study plan or the schedule will not fit into yours.
Yeah.
It's like you cannot follow the other person's schedule. You have to make a schedule of according to your own health or your own timings or the activities. So like in chemistry, the people are having most problem in organic chemistry. They are like, how to revise that because there are very named reactions and all that stuff. So did you made any short notes or something so that you can revise well before the final exams kind of a thing?
Like, see, organic chemistry, it's more about questions and it's more about intuition also, organic chemistry. Like, there's a particular question, there's a reagent, but that reagent will do 2 different mechanisms with that given reactant. But then you have to go based on intuition. Okay, they're asking this in the question. You'll have to see options and do stuff like that. And many times you don't understand why that is the answer, then you need to accept it and like remember that or whatever. So organic chemistry is more based on questions only, and you need to remember all the named reactions. That you can just go on by revising. Like I used to revise my notes only because I remembered on this page this reaction is there. So I did not make short notes for organic chemistry, but in organic chemistry I made short notes because that was like, it's very difficult to remember with all the. I made short notes for particular chapters which I know I do not want to read my notes again because they are very big. So I used to make short notes.
I mean formulas. Formulas are basically in physical chemistry. So for that you might be making chapter-wise notes or something.
See, the thing is, formulas I can remember. Like if I'm solving questions, if I've practiced the questions, then I remember the formulas. But like I think in ionic equilibrium, I made not short notes, but I pasted a chart full of formulas on my walls only.
Okay.
Yeah, not everything, but like see, there's this chart of biomolecules and polymers and all. So that you'll need to remember only for advanced. In mains, I don't, like in our year, I don't think it was there, but in advanced, it will definitely come. So you need to remember that. And there's one way is you'll stick it on your wall every day, you'll see it, then obviously something you'll remember. Something is better than nothing.
Till how much before you completed the entire syllabus and you started the revision?
Like our syllabus got completed in October end. Then after that, full November, we revised everything, like from the start, 11th, 12th, everything for mains, with like more for mains than we did for advanced too, but because mains is nearer, so first you'll need to focus on that. And then in December, we used to give exams, mock tests. And during those, like between those mock tests, we'll keep on revising stuff which was left out, or we know that it is weak, like it's our weakness, then we'll revise that stuff during those days. So like full December and mid-January, we gave exams. Then my exam was end of January, so before like 1 week, I stopped giving exams and I was just revising everything.
So that time your short notes might have helped you.
Yeah,
because, going back to the long
notes
things is
you cannot complete everything in like 5 days or something.
Okay. So so after coming to IIT Bombay, would you like to say about how your life changed? Like obviously it might have changed in a better way,
It,
but you must be feeling a very big change because we were somewhere in school and IIT Bombay has something, a lot of freedom first of all
yeah.
that we did not get in
In
our school
school, yeah.
times and when we stay with the family and
Yeah.
everything, and we are mostly burdened with the going to the schools
School,
every
yeah.
day and all. So what is the biggest change that you feel after coming here?
Like biggest change, as you said, is freedom only, because now you're like an adult and you get to make your own decisions, and like you'll learn from your decisions. You'll fail, you'll succeed, but you'll learn a lot of things over here. So I guess that's
Yeah.
one thing, because at home, like your parents, if you're doing something wrong, your parents will tell you don't do that.
Don't do that.
But so you'll feel that your parents are trying to suppress you. But over here, you do that same thing, and then you realize that they were right.
They were
So then
right.
you start, realizing that yes, your parents mostly want the best for you.
Average day in the campus.
Like we'll have, like this sem is more hectic than last sem because we have 4 labs, like 3 hours 4 labs each
Okay.
week. But basically we have classes till 5 classes and labs, and after that mostly it's like studying for some upcoming quiz, or like we'll go to play some sport like table tennis or something,
Yeah.
or we'll have NSO or some or the other thing will be there, some talk or some
Engagement,
game,
some
something,
activity.
yeah, some
So
activity.
in total, how was your first sem? Because when you were when you were studying in the coaching and when you were in the school, there would be people all over India who would be preparing for the top rankers. So now you are amongst all the people with the same kind of
Yeah.
mind. So how do you feel around them? Like obviously it must be very intellectual talk, or what is it like
No,
that?
well, it depends on what kind of people you're with.
Okay. So what kind of people are you with? Like they are fun loving, or they are just
Yeah, no, fun loving, like they're all of them are very good. Like we talk about studies also when it is required, and we'll have fun also.
Yeah.
Like we'll go out and enjoy and stuff.
Because a kind of an image when it comes to the AIR top rankers, or it is like, okay, someone who would be always studying, someone who would be
No.
having the classes, someone who would not be socializing at all,
No.
and not fun loving.
No.
It isn't like that, right?
No, you should come to our mess once. You'll see how much socializing we all do.
Oh, nice. So here you are in which hostel right now?
I'm in at 16.
Also, there are people who are having backlogs in the cases of 11th or 12th somehow, or some reasons, some health related reasons, or whatever reasons they are. Now it's tough for them to manage those backlogs and simultaneously prepare for the JEE. How can they manage their backlogs?
See, one thing is, if you know, if a particular, like backlogs are related to a particular topic, then if you know your topic is strong, then I think you could skip them in the sense, like if you know, okay, whatever question comes from this topic, I'll be able to solve that, then you can give those backlogs less priority. But if there's backlogs in topics which you don't know, like if even a basic question comes, or like a medium level question comes and you won't be able to solve,
Yeah.
then you should take out time from your daily schedule and give some time to that and finish those backlogs, so that you get more question practice and you can improve that topic.
Okay, and say from the three subjects like physics, chemistry, and mathematics, somebody is having a strength in two topics, like two subjects, but the one is relatively weaker. Weaker.
See, the thing is, if you're confident with a subject, then you know you'll be able to solve that.
Yeah.
So you should give it lesser time. Like, don't give it no time or don't give it more time. Give it lesser time than equal. Like, suppose if you're giving 3 hours to each subject, then if you're good at physics and maths, maybe give it 1.5 hours or 2 hours each.
Yeah.
And give chemistry more time, because I know, like, many of my friends, mostly they're weak in chemistry only because of all the remembering stuff.
Yeah.
So they would also give more time to chemistry in the starting, like while revising.
Yeah.
You give more time to it, then you solve questions for all the subjects.
Means you got the rank 58.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Obviously, you knew somewhere that advance you would be able to pull off. Obviously, a very good way. But then, were you expecting yourself in the top 10?
No, I didn't. Like top 100 maybe, because my teachers in my coaching used to say that, but not top 10 definitely.
Okay, so when you saw that result of AIR-07, so what were your emotions that you felt?
Like, I was very happy and I couldn't believe I got that rank, because like I knew the thing is, they give out lists before the final result comes,
Okay.
because like all coachings combined here, all students' marks and everything, and then there's a like tentative rank list, and I was 11th in that. And then one question got bonus in chemistry, and I became 7th.
7. Oh, that's nice. So one last advice to the future JEE aspirants.
Like one advice that I would like to give is just keep on practicing and be consistent, and you'll get where you want to be.
Okay. Thanks, Dwija.